Hello Virgo, welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your Fairy Oracle reading for January 2022 or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. It's a general reading, Virgo, so take what resonates with you. Anything that doesn't resonate, leave that behind, because that will be meant for somebody else. But let's see, shall we? So starting off with the Animal Spirit Oracle cards. Let's get your reading started as with some overall energies. So what have we got for Virgo, please? January 2022 or thereabouts. What is important for Virgo to be aware of or to consider at this time? All right, Virgo, so first of all, we have Coyote Spirit, and this says trust in divine detours. So, you know, if you're going on a route, you're steady going along your life journey, and then something happens and you have to take a detour, you have to change your plans, for example, then it's just saying trust that this is a divine detour for you, something that's important to happen. All right, I'll just put that to one side. And what else have we got? We've got Dragonfly Spirit. And this says, truth transcends illusion. So perhaps the road you were on was a little bit of an illusion, a delusion, perhaps, for some of you. But something about truth. And that's the detour, I feel. The divine detour that you're perhaps on at this time or going to be on. Because this is about truth, and truth transcends illusion. Right, we'll come to the Fairy Oracle card by Brian Froud now. And let's see what they have to say. So we'll get straight into your reading now. So what's important for Virgo at this time to be aware of or to consider? January 2022 or thereabouts. So we have the heart of your reading, Virgo, the challenges for you at this time, what's in your power times 2, a possible outcome dependent upon free will, of course, and something else that your guides would like to say to you at this time. And at the bottom of the deck we have himself, and this is a very powerful, divine, godlike, universal energy. It's a very powerful paternalistic energy. It's not gender specific at all, Virgo, but this is the universal energy, the godlike energy that operates from his crown chakra, from his third eye, and from his heart as well. So he's very much led by his heart. He wants the best for everybody. He's very benevolent, very loving, but a very protective energy also. So quite a powerful energy to come out as an overall energy for your reading, Virgo. So let's see where this is going. Another few shuffles now. So could we clarify all of the cards on the table, please, for Virgo for January 2022? And at the bottom of the deck this time we've got the Bright Mother, and this is very much a mothering feminine principle. Again, it's not gender specific, it's the energy of the Bright Mother. And the Bright Mother tends to, she's turning her back on distractions here, on things, events that may distract her from focusing on what she needs to focus on. And she is focusing on something here. The bright mother tends to put others before herself because she's very nurturing, very caring, very supportive. But there is something that in particular that she's focusing on here. All right. So let's see. And of course, you know, we have himself and the bright mother. I mean, this could be a couple, this could be a relationship, a very paternalistic relationship, and a more feminine energy. But let's see where this is going. So at the heart of your reading, Virgo, we have the Glaucona and we have Singer of Initiation. The Glaucona, this talks about all that glitters isn't gold. There's something that's presenting a false image to you, or trying to, but it's not what it's proposing to be. Scratch the surface of the Glaucona and you find something not quite so nice underneath. And the Singer of Initiation, this is all part of your life learning, your life journey, discovering what is hidden behind the glamour, behind the mask. And it's something that is part of your life initiation journey. We all have to jump through the hoops. We learn the most when we fail, don't we? We learn the most then. Pick ourselves up, dust ourselves down, and then carry on. And I feel that's what's happening here. So the challenge for you, well, we have the Dark Lady and She of the Crow Ash. And the Dark Lady comes forward when we're having to go through a bit of a dark time, bit of a shadow, tap into our shadow self, shadow side. And the Dark Lady comes through to take our hand and help to guide us through. This is very much a challenge for you, Virgo, having to go through this, a bit of a dark period perhaps, a bit of a soul searching, you know, journey of the soul. Which is part of your initiation process, but it's a difficult process for you. And of course, with She of the Crow Ash, again, it's a feminine principle, opening up to the feminine side of you. You know, it's not gender specific, but this is about femininity. It's about nurturing, caring, compassion, empathy, healing. You know, the soft, the more tender side of our characters and personalities. But, you know, it's difficult then when you're having to negotiate your way through something that's a little bit challenging here. Tapping into the shadow side of something. And these are the challenges for you at this time, Virgo. So, what's in your power? Well, we have the Journeyman. And we have Lom the Poet. So it's within your power now to take the first steps on this new part of your journey. Remember, you were being asked to trust in a divine detour. And I feel that's what this is. This is the divine detour now. Stepping out in a new direction, knowing that you're well supported here. And it's to do with something that you've been wishing and dreaming of. We've got Lom the Poet here, who is the dreamer within the Fairy Oracle. He dreams of poetry, which is what he loves doing. Reading, writing, the arts. And it can seem a little bit distant, a little bit switched off. But if you start talking to him about any of these subjects, then it sparks him and it wakes him up. So there's something that... something that's sparking you, that's waking you up, if you like, getting your attention, to do with stepping out in a new direction. And it's within your power now to take note of what it is that's been on your mind, what it is you've been dreaming of, wishing for. And take those first steps. So what else is in your power, Virgo? Well, we have Penelope Dreamweaver and Unity. Penelope Dreamweaver, again, this is about manifesting your reality, manifesting energies to create something solid. You know, what is it you're dreaming of, wishing for, and then deciding how to make that happen, how to manifest that into your reality. And to be able to do that by tapping into the unity energy. And the unity energy is about, you know, drawing on resources, combining your skills with others, combining your plans, your ideals, your dreams with others to create this strong unity. So going forward with others, supporting each other. And we can see that unity has deer antlers here, stag's antlers. And that represents strength and fortitude and determination. So it is within your power now to tap into the unity energy, to get stronger and manifest something into reality for yourself. And of course we had truth transcends illusion here, and I'm very much drawn to, you know, Lom the poet being a little bit of a dreamer, but being snapped into the here and now, into a reality of a situation, ready for taking the first steps forward. So a possible outcome, we have Luathos the Wild and we have Indy. So a possible outcome here is Luathos the Wild is quite a quick energy, and he comes forward to try and tempt you to make a decision, but make a decision quickly. There's other levels to Luathos the Wild, and another level is, although you may be tempted to react quickly, it may be that you need to step back and consider something for a while. However, because we have Indy next to him, which is the wishy-washy energy, Indy can never make his mind up. Just when he thinks he's made his mind up and he can see something, there's something that holds him back, something else he needs to consider, so he never really makes his mind up. So considering that, I think Luathos the Wild is saying, don't think too deeply about it. Take a leap of faith, make a decision and go for it. So what is it your guides would like to say to you then now, Virgo? Well, we have Estasis and we have Epona's wild daughter. Estasis is a very fast, sparking energy, but it's about pure joy, pure ecstasy. And the clarifier, Epona's wild daughter, this is having to face something from the past, something that happened in the past to a greater or a lesser degree. It'll be something different for all of you, Virgo. But whatever it was, it's been holding you back from going forward. It's been putting blocks in place that they've found difficult then to move past. So when Epona's wild daughter comes forward, and of course this is what your guides are wanting to say to you, it's time now to face something, to face whatever it is, deal with it, and it's going to bring you great joy, great ecstasy. It's going to be such a relief for you, Virgo. And of course this reading won't be for everybody, but it will be for somebody, or for a small handful of you. So I'm just very quickly going to go through the cards again for you. So trust in divine detours. All right, trust in changing direction now. And truth is going to transcend illusion, some illusion. Yes, and the illusion being the glaucona. That's the illusion. Something that has presented itself in a very promising light isn't what it portrays to be. if you scratch the surface, it's something very different and underneath, not so nice. But this is all part of your learning process. This is all meant to be, and it's a big learning curve for you. And yes, and the challenge is having to face this this shadow, whatever it is, this darkness, whatever it means for you, but having to face this. But the Dark Lady does take your hand and guide you through the Maya. And it's something to do with a feminine principle, whether it's to do with an actual female or whether it's the energy, you know, the caring, the nurturing energy. Because we've also had the Bright Mother out, haven't we, which is a very mothering, caring, nurturing energy. So we've had two quite feminine principle energies on the table. But the challenge is, as you carry this nurturing feminine energy, there's something the Dark Lady needs to take you through, something that is quite difficult, is quite dark. I feel there's a bit of a shadow side, a shadow energy here. I feel it's all linked to this glaucoma energy. All right, so these are the challenges. But what's in your power is, you know, taking those first steps. Taking those first steps in a new direction. And waking up from, you know, perhaps something you've been dreaming of. But, you know, seeing something and seeing a direction that you want to go in. You know, waking up to this idea of going in a direction, you know, because truth transcends illusion. And Lom the poet can be a little bit in a bit of an illusion and in a delusional state because he's a dreamer. But here I feel something's going to spark his interest, wake him up, and he's going to see his way forward. And I feel this is representing something happening for somebody who's watching this reading now, Virgo, you know, for yourself. What else is in your power? Well, again, whatever you've been dreaming of, bringing it into some form of reality. And that's by shared experience, shared interest, receiving support from others, giving support to others, but making a united front. And that's going to help bring something into reality for you. And perhaps to come away from Lom the poet energy. And then also coming away from being indecisive, being more decisive and making a decision about something, not thinking too much about it. This could be concerning a relationship, a couple, a relationship of some sort. It doesn't have to be an intimate relationship, but it doesn't have to be. This could be purely about receiving universal blessings and universal support, paternalistic support for something that to help somebody who is very focused. The Bright Mother's very focused on helping and supporting somebody here and trying not to allow distractions to deflect from her focus. But I feel, you know, with himself here, he's going to help with this situation. Okay, let me get two final messages, please, for Virgo. But whatever road you've been on, Virgo, I feel there is a divine detour now, either around you now or coming in. And it's going to help you to refocus on what's important and the way you want to go. So two final messages for Virgo, please. Two final messages for Virgo. Here we go then, Virgo. We have taking shelter. So the answers are within. So this is shining your light. This is tapping into your instincts, your intuition. You know, what is it that your intuition is trying to tell you now? And where is shelter for you? What does shelter mean for you? Is it the home? As in this depiction here. You know, is that where you feel safe, where you feel secure, and where you can settle down and tap into your intuition there to find the answers that you are seeking? And here we go, first light. So beginning a new cycle. So the ending of an old cycle. And the beginning, taking the steps in a new direction now. A new cycle beginning. So beautiful. Beautiful energies, beautiful messages for you here. Okay. Just something needs facing or tackling from the past. Which could be bringing in great joy and great ecstasy, or it could be for some of you having to face something that did give a lot of ecstasy, feelings of ecstasy and joy and happiness in the past, and it's perhaps something that's what needs to be faced, ready, so it doesn't create blockages for going forward. Something to do with ecstasy. It may be to do with passion also. Now, this has to be looked at, I feel, for whoever this reading is for. I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. Whoever it's for, and it won't be for everybody, but whoever it's for, I hope you recognise your story here, and that this reading has been a little bit of a help and support for you. All right, but good luck going forward, and until next time, bye-bye for now.